Government targets 1 lakh crore rupees spent by March end. This is what the Indian Express said. Times of India calculated it differently to say government to spend 37,000 crore rupees, give SOPs to spur festive demand. But Business Standard gave a gist to Nirmala Sitharaman's festive stimulus, calling it Nirmalanomics, demand gain without fiscal pain. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman came up with a plethora of announcements on the 12th of October, among which were two big announcements for government employees, the LTC scheme and the Festival Advance scheme. But is the government really pumping that much money into the system? When you look at these schemes clearly, the employees don't really stand to gain much, the government isn't really infusing much stimulus into the economy, and the schemes themselves are twisted, complicated, and frustratingly convoluted for the employees. To understand these announcements, let's dissect them. First, let's have a look at the LTC cash voucher scheme. To understand this one, let me give you a basic math problem. If a shopkeeper tells you that if you buy a packet of biscuits worth rupees 100, you will have to pay 30 rupees tax on it. But the 30 rupees will be waived if you buy other goods worth rupees 300. What will you do? Will you spend those extra 200 rupees from your pocket to save the 30 rupees tax? That's exactly what the LTC scheme is. Central government employees get leave travel concession, that is LTC, once in 4 years to 2 destinations. Now, the air or rail fare for these trips is reimbursed as per employees' pay scale or entitlement. According to the finance minister, since many employees will not be able to travel and avail the LTC in the 2018 to 21 period due to the COVID-19 pandemic, here's how the LTC scheme is being tweaked. In exchange for one LTC during 2018 to 21, employees will receive cash payment without them actually having to travel. There will also be full payment on leave encashment, and the fare will be paid as per 3 slabs depending upon the class of your employment or your employee status. Now, here's the catch. An employee opting for this scheme will have to buy goods and services with that money worth 3 times the LTC fare before 31st of March. The money is to be spent on goods with GST of 12% or more like TV, refrigerator, etc. For example, consider I am a government employee entitled to an LTC of say 50,000 rupees and I fall in the 30% tax slab according to my income. The tax on my LTC according to 30% is 15,000 rupees. Now what choices do I have? I either produce tickets of my travel to claim it as a tax-free allowance. If I don't travel and can't produce a ticket, I will have to pay 15,000 rupees in taxes. But if I don't want to pay those 15,000 rupees in taxes, I will have to spend 3 times of 50,000. That is 1.5 lakh rupees on purchasing things with GST 12% or above and can produce the bills to claim so. Only digital payments will be allowed and employees will have to provide the GST invoice. Moral of the story? In order to save tax on the LTC, if you are not able to travel anywhere due to the COVID situation, you have to spend thrice the amount. This scheme is okay for people who have that kind of savings to spend before festivals, but considering that this year has been a dampener because of pay cuts, you never know. And add to it, we all know how fake invoices are generated by employees across companies, left, right and center. But how will this LTC scheme benefit the government? Now, through this plan, the government expects additional demand creation of around 19,000 crore rupees only from central government employees. And even if 50% of the state government employees opt for this scheme, it will generate another 9,000 crore rupees. Second comes the Festival Advance scheme. This government has restored the Festival Advance scheme as a one-time measure till the 31st of March 2021 after it was abolished following the recommendations of the 7th Pay Commission. Under this, all central government employees will get interest-free advance of rupees 10,000 which the government will recover in 10 installments from their salaries. Here's the catch. The advance will be given in the form of a preloaded RuPay card. This amount cannot be drawn as cash from an ATM but can be spent anywhere using that card. Now, how will this scheme help the government? The government expects to disburse at least 4,000 crore rupees under this scheme, and if all states provide a similar advance, another 8,000 crore is likely to be disbursed. This is expected to generate consumption demand ahead of festivals like Diwali and Dussehra. When you look at both of these schemes, these figures sound very big and so do the headlines, but there is very negligible stimulus or additional expenditure from the government side. What the government is basically doing is giving you advance from its treasury only to recover it later, or it is offering you to save taxes only by spending more from your savings.